And we're back with Roxanne and Lewko, and we're going to make a blueberry lemon quick cake.
Quick bread.
Quick bread.
Yes.
Yeah. Which really just means there's no yeast. Is that right? In a quick bread?
Apparently, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, that's what
well,
they tell me.
let's learn. Let's bake.
Yeah. So just to start off, most gluten-free products are very low in nutritional value, and that's because most gluten-free flours are refined and have very low amounts of fiber, protein, and nutrients. Pulse flours bring nutrition back to the gluten-free diet. They're full of fiber, full of protein, full of lots of vitamins and minerals.
And full of fun.
So, full of fun.
Yeah.
Yes. However, pulse flours are a little bit more dense than grain flours. So when you're measuring them, be sure to fluff them with a fork. If you packed a cup full of pulse flour, you'd end up with 20% more flour than you need.
Wow.
Because they're more dense, and so you'd end up with a dry baked product. Pulse flours also bring extended shelf life to gluten-free baking, and they bring some moisture. So yeah, so let's get started.
So many
things.
This
is
is
yellow pea flour. It's one of the more popular kinds. You can find that at Bulk Barn or health nutrition stores. So we're gonna add a brown rice flour blend to this. And some sugar. Baking needs lots of sugar. In here, we've got a mixture of baking powder, xanthan gum, and salt. So I just want to take a minute and tell viewers at home why we put xanthan gum in there. Gluten proteins within a baked product cross-link with each other to create an elastic network and really hold a product together well. So when you remove them, the products tend to fall apart and crumble very easily. Xanthan gum takes the role of gluten in that it holds the product together really well, kind of like you'd think gum is sticky and holds things together, and brings back that elastic network. So it's very important that you have it in all the gluten-free recipes that you use. This I found at Bulk Barn.
You could get a part-time job on CSI Miami.
Maybe. The gluten episode, perhaps?
Yeah, it would be the gluten.
So now we're gonna add a bunch of the liquid ingredients. Some canola oil.
I've put the whisk away.
Some milk. Ha, excellent. Another thing to note with gluten-free baking, milk, eggs, anything that comes from your fridge has to be room temperature when it's mixed with the baking.
Oh, gee, another interesting tip. We're learning lots of things.
Full of knowledge. 2 eggs. And lemon zest. 2 teaspoons worth. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and you can get that beater fired up. Whoa.
Okay, just warming it up.
You might want to put it in the batter before you start it.
Oh yeah, no.
It won't
I was just
spray everywhere.
Just pumping the gas a little bit.
So again, with gluten-free baking, you don't need to mix for very long. As long as everything's blended. Otherwise it gets gummy and sticky and keep turning.
Oh, this is turning out nice.
Excellent. A little bit more. I would say that's good. Shut her off.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, yeah. Bang her on the side there. I can take that out of your way.
Yeah, you bang it on the side. I'm.
Don't break the bowl.
Yeah, that's.
Kind of falls off pretty easily.
That's good.
Get rid of that. So now we're going to add in some sliced almonds, some blueberries. How about you mix that together there with the spoon? So I've greased a bread pan there to the right of Jim. So once that's mixed together, we're going to pour it into the pan. Preheat your oven to 350. About halfway through baking, you're going to want to cover it with a piece of tin foil just to prevent over-browning of the top crust.
I'm just going to put that there.
All right, Jim.
We use this?
Well, let's dump her in there.
Okay.
Now, when I was measuring out my ingredients, I kept aside a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of the sliced almonds, and some lemon zest. We mixed it together, and we're going to put that on top of the bread to give it a nice, crunchy, sugary coating.
Look at that.
So once that's in there,
It's looking good.
you can flatten that out.
Is this going to rise much?
Yeah, it'll rise to the top of the pan for sure. When it cools, it sort of shrinks down again.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go.
So the topping is beside you there.
And
You wanna
again,
cover
the
it
lemon
in?
zest and.
You bet. So it takes about 55 to 60 minutes in the oven. And again, halfway through, you're going to want to cover it with a piece of tin foil just to prevent the top from over browning.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. So once it's baked.
Work of art.
Work of art. Even nicer work of art over here. The finished product.
Wow. And you don't let that sit in the pan?
No, you don't want to let gluten-free baking cool too long in the pan, otherwise it gets a soggy bottom.